Hi, how's it going?
It's going well. It's been a while since we've done one of these.
It's been too long. Not that we haven't been having our conversations, but we haven't done one where we recorded one. So what are you drinking today? What's in your mug?
I'm drinking chai this morning and sweating at the same time because it's so hot.
At least you're consistent with your chai. I can't believe you're drinking it in this weather. Well, I'm not drinking anything hot. I do have my fancy mug, but I have bubbly water in there because it's hot.
I love it. That sounds refreshing.
I couldn't do just plain water, even though I do love water, but anyways, thought I'd spice it up. Oh, my allergies. Sorry, I might be sneezing here in a moment. Okay. All the wonderful pollens in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been talking, well, not by a video being recorded this way, but we've been talking a lot about our program that we're relaunching this fall, which is a soul-inspired life program. And it's been nice because we haven't ran one in a while. It's been over a year.
It has. And so it's just so time to revisit this beautiful material. And it's going to be a beautiful 5-week journey. Like I'm excited, and I'm excited for all the things. I think fall is going to be such a great time for this. So I'm really looking forward to it, to dive deeper into it.
Yeah, fall, because what are we harvesting into our lives? Yeah, and you know what? It's sort of funny. I posted this question on my group, my Wild Witches group, about it's a soul-provoking question. We like soul-provoking questions because it leads you on to an inner journey and opens new pathways for you when you start questioning things. And the question I put out there was, what's the difference between living and existing? And for me, existing is what you do, what you need to do. You get up, feed yourself, feed this vehicle, and then you go to work so you can survive for survival. And that's existing. And I find a lot of us, even us soul workers, we sometimes fall into the space where we're just existing and we're forgetting to live. What is that to you? What is living to you besides existing?
Well, and I just want to add, because I love what you said about existing. And another thing that I find, if I'm ever catch myself in that existing phase or mode, is sometimes just being in routine and just like, not even thinking, just doing the kind of going through the motions, doing the routine. And then what's also kind of, I at least have to watch for is that the thinking also becomes routine, and catching myself, like, what am I thinking about? Like, what are just the thoughts that keep going through my mind? And so going to your question about, like, what is living? Living is when, we're in the moment, we're present, we're choosing activities that bring us joy, we're switching things up, we're watching where our thoughts are going, because our thoughts can really impact our day, our life. So just really being present and aware is a huge part of living for me. Anyways, what about you?
That's it. That's exactly it. And you're right. We become complacent when we're existing. We forget about what we're thinking. And what you and I, doing this work for 20 years, what you think, you create. And then all of a sudden our life is just into this mundane blah motion, and you're just not excited about life anymore. Your creative energies are depleted. You can't even think outside of the existing energy of just survival, right? And I find then we start making choices that aren't supportive of us and for our future. So you're right, living for me is really a lot of intention work. Thinking every moment is I'm thinking and creating with every thought and every breath and with every action. So it's a lot of intention work. And it's having random conversations with strangers that bring you joy. And you're like, holy, that was random, but fun. And I can't wait to share that story with someone. It's not living is not waiting for the Friday. Every day is Friday, and being excited about life. And I mean, yeah, I think it's fluid. Like you're going to have days you're like, oh, Lordy, but I'm going to greet this day with love in my heart. I know I'm not feeling like going to work today, but I'm going to shift my thinking like, oh, but I get to go to work. I'm choosing to go to work. Woo! Some people who have a job, a suck-ass job. And some people would really like that. So try and switch my thought thinking around that. Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. And I love that what just even the way you start your day can be so powerful, and living with it's that intention. You said it perfectly. And, even just choosing to do things that just bring joy. It's so easy to, let's say, for example, someone sitting at a job, and it's like, okay, show up for work, get the stuff done, have a lunch break. But what if on that lunch break you go and sit under a tree and just enjoy the song of the birds? Just living rather than existing, I think, can just change the same circumstance into something so different.
And make it magic, making your life a living ritual, every moment a ritual. And actually, that makes me think about the mundane of your home, like cleaning and laundry. Well, for me, Feng Shui is a big thing because everything I do with my home is creating magic. It's manifesting for me. So when I'm cleaning my space, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm clearing out the old energies, inviting some new. We haven't been feeling well mentally, physically. So I'm clearing that out, inviting some new energies in, freshening things up, opening the windows. I'm placing things into my prosperity corner to invite those things in. So it's not just a home, it's a sanctuary, Yeah, you're right. So your day doesn't change. It's just your view of your day just changes, right? Yeah, from mundane to magic, it's up to you.
I love that, from mundane to magic. Yeah, I love it. And, and that's something that I'm so excited about for our program this fall is we have just packed it with these activities that take us from mundane to magic. I love that, mundane to magic. And that's what, when we poured our hearts, into creating this program, that was our vision. And so I'm so excited for us to, I know we've done the program, we created the program, but we've done the program a few times, and I'm so excited to dive into it again, because each time it also, we're different. So we get different things out of it. But I love the activities, all the activities we packed into it that really help us to live rather than just exist.
Exactly. And it's a self-exploration. It's finding what really juices your soul. And you don't know until you start playing with it. And it might open new doorways. So with this, we've infused our little booklet full of magic. Mine's getting really thick because I'm actually revisiting. This is my one from last year. And I'm actually diving even deeper over top of it. I'll have to show you. It's actually kind of fun. But it's just playing. Like, I'm not much of a journaler. Is that a word? I don't like journaling. I'm not much of a writer, but it does open pathways for me. But then I journal in the way that my soul calls me. So I start coloring. Actually, one of the things I started doing blackout. See, yes. Poetry with that. And I don't know what came forth for me to do that, but it did. It opens doorways, questions, creativity, oracle cards. That's what we've done here, is trying to just open doorways to your soul. Yes. Would you say that's what we did? I should ask.
I love that. Open doorways to your soul and just connect, to listen to it, to hear it. And I feel like when we live from that soul place, that's living, and just connecting, listening to those messages. I just, you said it beautifully.
And then life becomes clear. There's a lot of unknowns actually, and that's just it. Life happens. And when life happens, chaos, pandemics, travel's been crazy these days, or anything like that, these unknowns that you have no control over. You have control over your thoughts, but then somehow you're already aligned with the universe. And even though you don't really know, you have a trust, and it always works out. And that, I find that for myself, I always try and teach that to my kids. it's okay. It'll work out because it only can. And I have that deep faith, and it always does. It's quite beautiful, even in the chaos. And I find that's what it does for you. It just creates a clear pathway, if that makes sense.
It totally does. And sometimes we may not see what's waiting like at the end of the pathway, but we have the trust. And sometimes it can be even more beautiful than we had even thought it could be, but it's the trust.
Yeah, totally. Oh, I love it. I'm really looking forward to this journey. I mean, if no one signs up, it doesn't matter.
We're still going to do it.
We're doing it because even us knowing this, you fall into a pattern, and it's nice to reset. And I like to circle back to old teachings. And when you circle back, life is cyclical, right? You're always going back to old teachings. Either you're relearning the same lessons, or you're relearning in a different space that you're in from a higher perspective. So I really, like I said, this is my book from, I even have the date on here. When did we do this one? This is April 2021, so almost over a year ago. And I've been doing more art journaling. As you know, I'm very artistic. I love playing with color. I don't like writing. I love adding color and like postcards. I'm adding things that meant things to me over the time. So I even posted this over my old one. So that's the thing. You'll have this book and you can just dive into it even deeper later on. And someone's asked me, well, what if I can't do it all at once? It doesn't matter. You just keep moving forward. You forget that day and you might cycle back to it like I have a year later. It's amazing.
Yep. Yeah, and the book is yours to keep. We'll be mailing that in the mail along with a beautiful oracle card deck that Gillian and I created, which we're going to pull a card for everyone here momentarily. But so you'll get the materials in the mail. So it's yours to just love on and work with. So we're really excited about providing the physical materials. And then we get to meet via Zoom. So you guys get to hang out with us and experience our craziness.
That is worth every penny, I say. You get the two of us, which you know what, you and I work so well together because we're very similar, but then we're not. A lot of people say that. They say you're like the good cop and I'm the bad cop. But you know, it's great because we're going to try and make our Zooms very interactive. You send your questions in if you can't be there live. And we will try and weave some magic for you, give you ideas, new thought patterns. So either with my magical witchy ways or Feng Shui, if I can insert some Feng Shui in there for you, or you and your scientific, but you're not, I hate saying that because you're not that way. Your brain isn't all mathematical. But you are.
It brings us balance, right? We have our very shared similar backgrounds, but then we also have the different parts of us that just creates a beautiful blend of what we bring to the table, if I can say that about us. But I really do. I love working with you. So I'm excited. And and just so everyone knows, because we're mailing physical materials are limited. So we don't have unlimited spots. So please reserve your spot if you want to join us. And we'll have the link. We have a link with all the details, all the Zoom dates and everything, full details of the course, which you can click that link and read more and also register if you'd like to join us.
And yes, someone always asks, you're going to be running it again. Yes. However, we're only been doing it once a year because we are teaching a lot of other things, such as we have a big soul coaching training and our other magical things that we do, but we do plan on doing this once a year.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited. So, and also, did we answer the question? So yes, the Zoom meetings are recorded in case you can't make it. I can't remember if we already said that, but
yeah, they are, or maybe didn't. I don't know,
but just in case, said it again. Okay, let's pull a card. And again, this is a deck that you're going to receive in the mail with your book that we'll be guiding you how to use throughout our 5 weeks together. So just fell out of the deck. Ooh. Oh, grateful.
I love it. And there's the heart, greeting the day with love in your heart. Yeah, greeting the mundane with an open-heartedness and being grateful for those opportunities. That is beautiful and perfect.
And let's leave everyone with the affirmation. Yeah. My grateful heart is a magnet for even more blessings in my life.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you for joining us, our magical friends, and we hope that you're able to join our gathering. It's going to be beautiful and magical. Love ya.
Much love.